In this lesson, we are going to continue on looking at our dashboards in QuickBooks Online. In our last lesson, we looked at Get Things Done. In this lesson, we're going to actually look at the business overview and show the differences that are in that particular dashboard. So let's go ahead and get started. We are in the main screen as you log into QuickBooks Online. We are in the business view of the QuickBooks Online. And over here to the left, we have the Get Things Done, which is the main one that shows up. So we just move down to the next one, which is Business Overview. Right away, you can see that it is different than the Get Things Done because this is far more visually appealing, has graphs, has color, has very clear boxes that delineate the different sections. So definitely different than the Get Things Done. Now, before we really dive into this business overview, I want to go ahead up here to the settings wheel and switch over to the accountant view, because I know some of you really do like using that accountant view, and I want to show you the difference, how you get between the two dashboards. Over here to the left, you'll notice dashboard is the first one, and it has a pop-out, either Get Things Done or Business Overview, or you can just go straight into these tabs, which are Get Things Done and Business Overview. QuickBooks makes it real simple for you to toggle between the two, and so if you like the business overview, you can always click on that. So I'm going to go back in and switch it back to the business view. And here we are in our business overview. First thing you notice that is showing up is the cash flow forecast. QuickBooks really does know their customers. In small business, cash is king, and cash flow is the lifeblood of the business. And so that is the first thing that QuickBooks highlights for all of us here. Real simple graph. The green and the teal are the money in and money out. If you hover over it, it'll give you a pop-out where it'll quickly tell you the money in and money out for that particular month and the net change. You can always change the view by just going up here to this drop-down. You can go out to 2 years, go down to 6 months, 3 months, or just look at the month itself. Other good one is the cash balance. QuickBooks will forecast a cash balance for you based on what's going on, and you can kind of roll through here and determine whether or not your cash flow is sufficient or not. The other part over here to the right that is very important is our bank accounts and our credit card accounts. First thing you notice is the numbers highlighted in blue. For instance, here in the checking, you got 25 to review, savings 1 to review, and MasterCard 7 to review. This means that these accounts are actually connected to QuickBooks. So they have been connected, and when they say 25 to review, that means there are transactions in the bank feed or the credit card feed that you need to review and then confirm so that it will then move to your ledgers. You can quickly get to that by just clicking on, say, the checking, moves you straight into the bank feed, and you can review those and confirm them once you've reviewed those. Now, once here, you can easily toggle between your different connected accounts. So this will be the accounts that are connected to QuickBooks that are showing up here. There are no other accounts that will show up here that are not connected. But let's go ahead and go back into the accounts here. And you'll notice that there is a Visa that says it's in QuickBooks and it's zero balance. I want to highlight this because this will show you the difference between a connected account and a non-connected account within your bank accounts or credit card accounts. Obviously, the biggest thing is there is no blue, and that tells you right away it's not connected. Now, you can always click on it, and what that does is it gets you straight into the register. So it bypasses the banking feed or the credit card feed. You can always edit these by just going up here to this pencil, and it will go through that and you can edit those. Down below, if you need to connect another account, you would just click connect. That takes you to the window that allows you to connect. In our next lesson, we will go ahead and look at how to connect accounts. So I will leave that for our next lesson. The other one that you see here is go to registers. Now this is different than going straight in. Just remember, this goes into your bank feed. This goes into your register. So you can do a drop down. It shows the different registers you have. And the difference between a register and a bank feed is that the register is actually confirmed, and it is the final, whether it's a deposit or an expense or a credit card charge, and that shows up in the register. These are still in a feed, and you have to review them and confirm them. So that's your bank account section over here to the right. It will always be on the right hand side, real easy to get to. Let's go ahead and look at this next section of boxes here. You can quickly get to your profit and loss. Tells you right away in the last 30 days how much income you're bringing in, how much expenses are going out. Notice here it tells you that there are 8 to review, 14 to review, which means they are sitting on the bank feed, and so they're not quite counted yet because they haven't moved to your register. You can always get to a profit and loss report by just clicking on it. Takes you straight to that profit and loss report. Real good feature here in our business overview. Again, you can click on the drop down and you can do a number of different ways to look at your profit and loss. Now the next two sections here are isolating your income and expenses specifically. Our expenses here kind of gives you a nice little pie chart on where your expenses are going to, at least the major ones. And that gives you a quick overview. And again, you can always hover over them and they'll tell you in the toggle. Again, you can do lots of different periods. If you click on the expenses, it will take you straight to the transaction report, and it will give you each transaction within those areas. Invoices are your income and what you have sent out to your customers. Quickly tells you, what's overdue, what's not due yet that you've billed in the last 30 days, how many of your customers have paid, and whether or not you've deposited those funds or not. So again, it gives you a quick overview of how your company is doing when it comes to billing your customers. And again, if you just click on it, it goes straight into your customer section here in your billing and tells you what's outstanding and what's still to come. And if you notice, the red always means they're overdue. Let's roll down to the last section here, which is our sales. And again, drop down. You can change between what time frame you want, and it shows you, what came in when. Typically looks at on a week basis if you're on a 30 days. If you break it down a little bit more, they'll have different ones down here. You'll notice a lot of money came in this week, but then nothing there. So it really gives you a quick view of what is coming in as far as your sales. And again, QuickBooks always puts over here to the right anything else that might help your company. You can always learn more clicking on it. If you don't want to see their little advertising, you can always hide it by clicking on the hide. So that's the business overview dashboard. Again, different, visually different than the Get Things Done. Here's our Get Things Done, very straightforward. But again, it just depends on how your mind works, how you like to operate. Some people like the no nonsense way of doing things, and they like to get things done. Others, they do want to see the graphs, the more visually appealing, so then they operate out of the business overview. So that's our two dashboards, and in our next lesson we're going to go ahead and connect some accounts, show you how to do that, because that really is what makes QuickBooks Online a great tool for your company.
I gotcha.